Cece is unstoppable right now. She's just waiting.
Oh my god, look at that friggin' cat, dude.
That was really.
She wants to kill us.
She's like,
She wants to
she
kill
wants to
you,
kill Palat.
Nicholas.
She heard you. She heard you.
Oh
had
my
something
god, go
against
get him.
Palat.
Get that son of a bitch. And welcome back, everybody, to the Fifth Line Podcast. I just did some breathing exercises to get myself hyped up, and they worked. I'm very excited to be here. As is Nicholas. As is Nicholas in the top right. How you doing, bud?
Oh, great. Couldn't be more excited.
You sound it. Eric,
Did
how
I
are you
miss
doing?
something?
I'm super excited. I'm actually coming in from Binghamton today. I'm
Coming live.
I'm visiting my brother. So
Live from Binghamton, New York.
Check out the Instapot over his shoulder.
Is that a PS5 behind you?
yes, that is a
Whoa.
PS5.
How did he find it?
So it's actually kind of a long story. There was this old couple, and they were walking home with a PS5. And no, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, I was like,
I was like, what?
I didn't think
Where's it gonna...
I didn't think
No,
anything
no.
bad, but I was like, did they just decide to give him this? Or something?
No. To all the viewers out there, if you're gonna get a PS5, you have to get the bundle pack. That's what he ended up doing. He just had to go with the bundle because you can't just get the console. You have to get a bundle.
A bundle of what?
Frickin' A.
Spider-Man, The Last of Us, a gift card, and a controller or something. That was his bundle.
Why don't you want that anyway?
Exactly.
Controllers
yeah.
don't come with
It's
the systems anymore?
No, it would.
They do.
No, sorry, an extra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And Benny down in the left. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm very, very sore. That golf yesterday was the most movement my body's had since that basketball game a couple weeks back, probably.
Yes, indeed. We're gonna get to that golf later on in the episode.
Oh god.
But we're gonna start off with what is our main topic of conversation, which is the NHL. So last week we started off with the Patrick Marleau stuff, and we're gonna start off with it again. The day after he tied the record. Was it the day after or 2 days? Either way, he broke it.
It was soon after.
Yep, and he is now at 1,770 games and counting.
The sole record holder.
That's freaking insane.
Yeah, that longevity is pretty nutty. I think I said this last week too. He's probably one of the guys that I'm the saddest about. That's like is probably going to be a legend that just doesn't have a cup.
Yeah,
he's probably up there for me, but still, regardless, the games played record, with it being that high, being that many games in the NHL, that's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be able to last that long is.
Yeah, and currently his Ironman streak is, I believe, over 900 games.
Jesus.
Not by much, but it's over 900 games in a row without missing one. So.
Yeah, guys, to put that in perspective, he came into the league in '97, right?
Yes, same as Jumbo Joe, I think.
Yeah, there we go. So his career is as old as all of us, right? We're all 97.
Yep.
Well, Nick is 96, so Nick was a wee babe, a wee baby,
a wee babe,
a wee baby when Patrick Marleau started his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, still incredible.
His career is older than a lot of the people that he plays against right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
It's nuts.
Yeah, that's cool.
So good for Patrick Marleau.
Yeah, and I don't think I brought up his stats last week. Do you guys remember? Because I don't
think so either.
Well, I got him today. 566 goals, 361 assists, 1,197 points.
That is pretty freaking good.
Pretty tidy. And we're
the
gonna
real
move...
question though.
Yeah.
Before Hall of Fame or no?
I mean, that's not a question at all.
Oh, I mean, yes, same. I would think that, but the dumb fuckery on hockey Twitter of
you tell me people say no.
There's some that argue against it.
This is why I don't go on Twitter because there's too many idiots.
Because no cups, no like individual trophies, no whatever. I'm like, oh, all right.
He's played.
All right.
Over 1,700 games in the NHL. He's played over 1,700 NHL games.
Good in them.
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
He's got over 1,100 points. He's gonna have 1,200 points by the time he retires, at least.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
yeah. So I figured you all. Or,
anybody?
Anybody else?
I mean, are the individual trophies. If you look on Hockey Reference, he's like been considered for all of them. I know he hasn't won, but he's like always on their lists, right?
Yeah.
And also, hockey's a team sport. You don't like Patrick Marleau himself doesn't win a team a Stanley Cup. Like it's just like sometimes it like I don't know. I don't think that's a terrible argument. He doesn't have any hard.
Whoever has that take.
Yeah.
You are something special.
It's something. But yeah, I thought I'd mention it. I figured you wouldn't.
That's stupid. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right, on to another Iron Man streak. Kieth Yandle at 915. His Iron Man streak was almost ended at the beginning of the season. They were gonna healthy scratch him. I can't remember the reasoning. It was stupid, whatever it was, and then they ended up letting him play, and he actually scored in that game. So. Gave a nice middle finger to the coaching
They
staff.
can kiss his ass.
And he's been a part of a very good Panthers team so far this year. So good for him. Good on him.
And he's a very important part now with
now that Ekblad's been down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sorry, I had to take a delicious sip of Mountain Dew USA. Sponsored.
If anybody wants to sponsor us. Please.
Wait, I just want to say real quick, Mike. So we were at a Wegmans earlier, and I saw the giant display of the USA. The first person I thought of was you. That's so funny.
Dude, I've already had 3. This is my 3rd one that I've had. Not today, but like this weekend.
Okay.
You had one yesterday.
Did you? Dude, they're delicious, man.
I was with you when you had it yesterday.
Oh, that's right. So moving on, actually, the Florida Panthers have been killing it, and one of their up-and-coming future star goaltenders, I'm assuming, played in his NHL debut, and
got the W.
Did
from
real
what I remember, right?
Well. Yes, they won. I looked up his stats. I didn't even look up the game stats. I believe it was 5-1. So he had 1 goal against, 33 saves, a .971 save percentage for Spencer Knight.
It's a pretty good start, I would say.
Yep. He's American as well. He was on the gold medal U.S. junior team.
That just won, right?
USA, yeah. Yeah, because in the final for the World Juniors, it was both starting goalies
Florida's
were Florida's.
Goalies, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Which is also something like they're set once if they can ever figure out a way to get rid of Bobrovsky's contract.
It makes that contract even worse.
Yeah.
They have all these studs coming down the pipeline, and they got this old ass $10.5 million goalie who's not worth that. Just clogging up the net. It's unfortunate. But that's good to see. I'm excited to see what he'll be, and I'm not excited to see what he'll do against the Lightning in the future.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be bad. I think, dude, if Panthers keep going on the way they're going to end up being like the new Florida team. Because
you think so,
dude? They're so good, right? Like
but I don't see Tampa falling off just yet.
I mean, no, me neither. But yeah, in a few years, I think they will. But hopefully not, because Stevie Y was good at thinking of the future, and I hope he passed some of that on to Breezeball.
I think so. I think you guys are pretty set.
I think so.
What's it like to have good management, Mike?
It's pretty good.
Is it nice? Can't 2 times in a row too.
Can't complain.
And your new guy was with the Habs, and they just let him.
Breezebois was?
Let him go. Yep.
What was he? One of the assistants.
I think he was an AGM or he was something.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
He wanted to learn from the GOAT.
Yeah.
Moving on. So now we have some Kraken news, and it's not good. The Seattle Kraken, which is an awesome name, and I fully support it, are getting sued by a local Seattle bar and lounge called the Kraken Bar and Lounge. Now, the reason they're suing them is because the Kraken organization, the NHL franchise, is opening up a restaurant. I don't think it's in the arena. I think it's outside the arena, but they wanted to open up the Kraken Bar and Grill. I think it was like 2 blocks away. So you've got the Kraken Bar and Lounge and the Kraken Bar and Grill.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't know anything about the story, so I was going to be like, how are they suing just because of the name? And then I was like, oh, no, they're trying to do... Okay, that makes sense.
So they're suing for like infringement of... what the hell is that word, dude? I can't think of the word.
Of trademarked, copyrighted.
Yeah, copyright
infringement.
Yeah, it's trademark. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're looking for it's like a $3.5 million lawsuit. That's what they're looking for.
Damn.
If they don't change the name,
unless they change the name, although they might be doing both. So hopefully they change the name.
Interesting. It's funny because it seems like every time there's a new team with a new name, there's like a lawsuit like this. Because if I remember correctly, with Vegas, I think it was the U.S. military, because
What?
there's
Yes, it was. It was.
There's like a parachuting group, like there's some like specialized unit that like involves parachuting in some way, and like their unit is called the Golden Knights.
They're called the U.S. Army Golden Knights.
Yeah.
And their colors are black and gold.
I don't think that ended up going anywhere, but it's just kind of funny that
there was plenty of like college teams and whatnot that had like Golden Knight references to it too, because even Clarkson.
Clarkson, but
Golden Knights.
There also was an actual Army Golden Knights team. Because I was like part of the junior program when I was a wee lad.
Oh.
And I have a Golden Knights jersey.
Interesting. Oh,
a
yeah,
very
I remember
small
that.
Golden Knights jersey, and I just remembered.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I guess it makes sense that every time there's a new big professional sports team and you want to make a name, you're probably going to end up having a couple lawsuits where you have to do payouts just to be like, all right, we're going to just use this. But yeah.
It's a little different on this one though.
What
My
happened
lights
over
just
there?
Flickered.
Oh.
Well,
the ghost is coming for you. Ghost is coming for you.
If you lose me, it's because my power went out, I guess. But yeah.
It's.
Are you good?
Did it just flicker again?
Yeah.
Someone's flushing the toilet.
You might lose your bulb.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully that doesn't happen, and hopefully this Kraken thing gets figured out.
I'm sure it will. It probably will. They'll either something will happen.
I still want them to be the Kraken though, because that's sick.
Oh, they will be. I don't
think that'll change.
That won't happen. Nothing will happen there.
What? Okay, well let's think here. What can they call that restaurant then? Kraken. Kraken's crackers. They only serve crackers.
Water and saltine crackers.
Yeah. Oh no.
I don't know. I can't think. I'm not feeling clever right now.
Yeah, me neither.
Do you remember that SpongeBob episode where Squidward yells Krakatoa?
No.
So what if they call it Kraken-toa Bar and Grill?
Kraken-toa Bar and Grill. Hey, you know what? That's as good a suggestion as I've heard.
Nickelodeon will come after him.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Everything's copyrighted.
What if you call it Bar and Grill? And that's
Just Bar and Grill. You just put the team's logo and then under it, Bar and Grill.
Bar and Grill. Yeah. I like it. I think that should be plan A.
That's the play. Let's all email the Kraken.
I'll email Jerry Bruckheimer and just be like, hey.
What about this idea? It's a winner.
Oh my god, CC, no.
Don't jump. Don't jump. She is doing something over there. All right, so the West, gentlemen. Oh gosh. We're going to move on here to the West. With all 3 of the top teams being clinched.
Oh, yeah,
first
I'm
3.
wearing one of them.
That's the number 1 team currently, I believe. Let me refresh. Hello? There we go. Yes, they are the number 1 team. It's Vegas, Colorado, then Minnesota, All three
Minnesota's
of them.
really the only surprising one there.
Minnesota,
I mean, surprising based on the beginning of the season, they've been playing really well. Also.
Based on what you think, would think, yeah. And all three of them are close in points, so they could still do some flip flopping.
Then what's the situation behind them? Is it still Arizona, St. Louis, kind of?
Arizona, St. Louis are 1 point apart, and San Jose is 6 points back from that playoff spot. So I think San Jose is probably out, but
so it's probably going to come down to St. Louis, Arizona, probably. Yes. In all likelihood.
How many games we got left at this point? 8.
It varies,
10, 11,
but like with Arizona, St. Louis, Arizona has 8 left. St. Louis has 11 left. So like it varies.
So you give the advantage here to St. Louis.
12 or less for every team.
Yep, except for Vancouver.
Well, yeah.
The West, yep. So I really wanted San Jose to sneak in there. I really did, because Patty Marleau.
Yeah, it would have been nice for him to have another shot at it, but
wouldn't that be cool? But you know what? Here's the thing: he can still play, and so he can just go to a good team and be like, "Hey, want to get me my cup?" Hey, Colorado.
If he stays another year. That's the thing. I'm interested to see if he'll play another year or when he ends up deciding to call it quits.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's gotten really lucky on the injury front.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so his body, although his body's still beat up, I'm sure. Maybe not quite as beat up as some other people's.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything on the West? It's super boring over there, apart from the clinching.
Colorado and Vegas have been up there the whole season, and nobody was really ever shocked by that. Minnesota's been awesome, and Kirill Kaprizov remains a beast.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
That is about it. Interesting to see that Arizona could make it in after the shit show that was this offseason.
And they're still if you look at
their office,
yeah. If you look at it, they're not even they have a .490 points percentage and a negative 22 goal difference. They're not even. There's a lot of bad teams that might make the playoffs this year, just because the East is kind of fucky.
Dude, the East.
It's a division where New York and Philly definitely New York and Philly could make it in several other divisions.
Yeah,
Philly would be tied for a spot in the Canadian division. Would be in a spot in the West, and they wouldn't be in a spot in the Central. Central's also good. But the East is pretty loaded and the Central is pretty loaded, and I think you're going to see a lot of shitty teams in the other two divisions that are just going to have a chance of making it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got here's
your Montreal Canadiens.
I was going to say, let's go to the North. Let's go to the North then. So we've got Toronto up top, Winnipeg a whole 8 points behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's the biggest gap, I believe, for first place.
I think it is too. Yeah, Toronto's kind of running the show.
Yep. And then 1 point behind Winnipeg is Edmonton. And then this is, I hate to say it, Ben, but this is one of those divisions where whichever team gets that 4th spot is not a good team.
It's fucked.
It's either going to be Montreal or Calgary, is my guess. Vancouver.
Montreal is trying their hardest to give Calgary that spot. They truly are.
I think that's a good move.
I mean, in the end, yeah, it probably will be, because it would hopefully mean some amount of change. I don't know. I don't freaking know anymore with that management and ownership group. But it's just been bad. It's just been all around bad the last week or two, basically, for the Habs. I don't know. I don't know, man. When's the last win they got? They got a win against Edmonton at one point this week.
4-3,
They barely did it. They were up 4-1 with 3 minutes left, and Edmonton almost tied it. I genuinely just thought they were gonna, because just the way it's been going with the Habs lately. And they've on top of all of that, I don't know the intricacies of it because I haven't really been bothered to care, because I'm really done with this team at this point. But there's something they did with or no, it wasn't cap necessarily. I think I remember they're saying they can't call up anybody unless there's injuries, and then there was some injuries. They ended up calling Jake Evans, but they only have 1 call up left, because apparently there's only 4 call ups from your taxi squad after the trade deadline, which is a thing I didn't know was a thing. It's a thing I didn't know was a thing until it affected the Habs, and they did a really a few like really dumb like call up and downs like right after the trade deadline that got to the point where they only have one left now. So they don't want to use it yet to bring up Caulfield because there's some reason to do that when I don't know, there's only like how many games left? There's 10 games left, I guess. Yeah, maybe if you don't want to just have him up and then have to use him for all 10 games, basically, is the thought process, I guess. I don't know. It's just all a mess right now.
How many games is it to burn up that first year? Is it 10?
I don't know. I think so. I think it would get burned regardless. I'm not positive, honestly.
Not if they only move them up the last day of the
season. I stopped caring about the Habs like a month ago.
I want to flashback.
I want to by a true fan right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to flashback.
Caring about the Habs a month ago.
Well, I stopped caring about this particular team and how they're doing because they game after game trot out the same strategies and lines, being like, this game, it'll work. And surprise, it doesn't. Because Shea Weber's just bad now. Like, we've arrived there.
Yeah, he's old. He's old. He's had a good career, you know.
But they won't acknowledge that fact, and they are still playing him as a top pairing defenseman, despite him getting walked and despite everything that's been happening. They're just playing him there. And when they finally got it was Merrill and Gustafson, the guys that got on the blue line at the deadline, when they were finally able to bring them into the lineup, because after their quarantines, the guy they took out was Brett Kulak, who had been the Canadians' best defenseman over the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. But he's not Shea Weber. He's not Ben Sherratt, who's a bigger contract that Marc Bergevin signed. He's not Joel Edmondson, who's a bigger contract that Marc Bergevin signed. So, no, they got to stay in the lineup
because he's
they're important.
Oh, God. That's unfortunate there.
This is why I don't care about what they're doing anymore, because it's like, why do I want to watch this game after game where they're just willfully just ignoring what's happening with these players, and they're just like, nope, this is going to work somehow. It's gonna.
They may not want it to work at this point.
I think they do, though. That's the thing. Marc Bergevin, this was his all-in year. This was it. He
messed it up,
stumbling around. He's been stumbling around for the last 4 or 5 years, and then he finally this summer after that bubble, he was like, all right, fuck it, we're going all in. We're gonna make these signings, we're gonna make these trades, we're gonna do all these things and hope for some amount of improvement. And there hasn't been. There just hasn't been. They've won 20 games and lost 26. They're in a playoff spot because they've managed to get a few of them into overtime. They're not a good team, but they think they are, and that's the problem.
I don't know if,
no,
I don't know.
Everything from the blue, the actual dressing room, all the interviews that have been happening the last couple of weeks, they all sound very not having a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the they may be.
The they is, I think, Bergevin and coach Dominic Ducharme. Although the more Ducharme gets to coach, the more Ducharme keeps being coach, the more I think he's just kind of there to listen to whatever Mark is saying, because everything about him, leading up to his hiring, leading up to he was always praised as offense first, kind of like a more modern coach in terms of puck movement and all of that jazz and whatever. And I just don't see a guy like that being yes, Ben Sherratt and Joel Edmondson and 30-whatever-year-old Shea Weber, who's very clearly falling apart. They are all clearly the answer. They need I just don't. And then also the veteran deployment.
They're not exactly part
Eric
of the new
Stahl
age.
Needs to he had that one goal against Edmonton, and then he's not really done anything since. But he's still, for some reason, getting significant time on the power play, and was out with a minute left to tie the game the other night against Calgary. There's just been so much, and they're gonna stumble their way into a playoff spot maybe, or they very well might just give it up, because they have a lot of games against Toronto left, and
Sounds like a lot of losses.
It'll be hard to pull those out.
They haven't looked good against Toronto in most of their games, and even that most recent win they got, they looked good for a period, and then clung on for dear life, and then got a win.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with the Habs. I'm not.
There we go.
They're there. They're there.
So how much are we gonna charge him for that, boys?
Charge?
Yeah, dude, we're just let you vent to us as we're your
I need
therapist.
a Habs therapy session.
What would it be? It's for Steve Dangle. It's blue and white. What would yours be? Red and blue. Red, blue, and white. Blue, blanc et rouge therapy. Whatever. Yeah. Nick, how about your Sens, bud? They're just chugging along. They're just chugging along.
What about them? Yeah, they're just chugging along.
They're just doing them. They have a chance to not be last in the Canadian division.
This is true. They're not. My goal is just for them not to be last or second to last in the league.
In the league, I think they're safe there.
I think they're
safe. They're fourth.
Oh, they're fourth. They're fine.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good.
They're cruising,
boys.
Cruising to 28th place, boys. Let's go.
There's nothing really new to say about them. It's kind of the same thing. Their young guys are good.
Yeah.
Their defense sucks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, actually, I have a question for you. Did you see the goalie situation story out of Ottawa recently?
I saw a picture of one of their skaters, wasn't it?
Artem Anisimov. Yeah. Artem Anisimov was suited up as an emergency backup. Believe it or not.
Got hurt,
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's what that was.
No.
Suited up, because I've noticed sometimes teams do that where they'll name like a player, like a skater, to be the emergency in that case or whatever. Because I remember back when the one time I remember the Habs doing it, I think it was Hal Gill, because they're
Speedy Gill, because he's big.
His body will take up a good.
Won't have to move much. Yeah, dude, it works for Benny Bish.
That was the guy. But yeah, sometimes teams do that. Anisimov must be the guy for Ottawa. Yeah.
Well, you'd have to in this day and age. You'd have to. You wouldn't be able to yoink somebody.
Injuries there's been this year too. It seems like it's been all over.
To be completely honest with you, Eric, I didn't know that they were having goaltending injury issues once again. So
it happened so
been the whole year.
It's like deja vu. It's all happening again. This happened.
Murray got hurt.
This happened 2 months ago. All three of their top three goalies got hurt. They picked up Forsberg. Gustafsson came back, and then everybody came back, and now they're all hurt again. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, you did. There's been a lot of goalies go down there.
So Murray went down, and I think Forsberg went down, and I think Hoberg was the guy they were playing. Yeah. And that's all they got right now. They got Hoberg and Artem Anisimov. Those are the two goalies at the
Is
moment.
Joey okay? What did he come in for one game and then he got hurt, right?
You're talking Decord?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that career where he's been out for a while, right?
Yeah.
He got hurt too. I don't know what's going on with him.
Talk about bad frickin' luck. What the frig? That's some BS right there. All right. Eric, let's go to the East. Do you want to walk us through?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, before I get to the Islanders, I guess everything is pretty much the same. Oh, my God, it's such a close division. That's insane.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I think so obviously our 1, 2, 3 are solidified in the sense we know it's going to be these three teams, but their positioning is not even close to solidified. It's going to go down to the bitter end.
Yep.
For
reference, first place is Penguins with 67, and fourth place Boston with 60. So the top four teams all within 7 points. Yeah, a lot of shuffling could happen there.
Insane. So Boston needs to keep it up because the Rangers are right on their tails for that fourth spot.
They want it.
I don't think that Boston is going to slow down, but here's the thing. The Rangers, the rest of their season, they play the Devils and the Sabres a decent amount, and we've seen what Pittsburgh is doing to the Devils right now. Just, oh my God, talk about a season series.
Devils on a 9-game losing streak, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! When did
It's
that
not
happen?
good. Now.
About 9 games ago
Well,
to now.
So Pittsburgh, the fact they're in first, they did get a lot of wins against the Devils. That's why they just kind of shot out there. That being said, though, they still to win the hockey game. So
yep.
Pittsburgh is they're going into the playoffs looking pretty hot, honestly. I know we're not talking about playoff stuff yet, but when we do, they're like one of my teams to keep an eye on, just because they're Pittsburgh. The Islanders are coming off of a 2-game losing streak against Washington. The first game was both goalies got shutouts, and Washington won it in a shootout. And the second game was back and forth, but the Caps won 6-3. I didn't watch it. It was 2-2 at one point. The Caps made it 4-2. The Islanders made it 4-3, and then the Caps scored 2.
Yeah. I remember that first one because I got a crap ton of points from Varlamov because he got the credit for the shutout because it got to the shootout when he didn't let in any goals, and I was like, wait, he got a shutout but he didn't win, and then I realized what happened.
That is the one weirdest stat in the NHL is the shootout loss shutout.
Yes.
I was like, whatever, it's an extra 5 points for me.
Yeah. Boys, I don't think the Isles, the way they're playing, it's like, again, no long losing streaks, but there's always these little 2-game blips that keep happening, 2 to 3 game blips. So I'm thinking, I don't want to be like super pessimistic and say they're going to finish in that 4 spot, but
it's a possibility.
It's a possibility, and I think they're just going to stay 3. I don't think they're going to move anywhere, to be honest. If they keep playing like they're playing, I don't know what they got left in the tank there, but I'm just hoping they can clinch a spot soon, so make me sleep a little easier.
Pittsburgh's still in first. Like, geez, they're never gonna stop.
Jari's playing good.
They're just never like. Yeah. Are they ever gonna be bad?
The day Crosby retires.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
And Malkin.
Hey guys, I just want to say, do you remember when we all were like, yo, Pittsburgh fired all their assistant coaches and not Mike Sullivan? What are they doing? And now they're in first place. Like, is it Mike Sullivan? Is it?
I can tell you last year with Matt Murray that was their issue.
So like all they needed was consistent goaltending, even if both the Pittsburgh goalies make what, like $2 million combined? No, or much. One of them signed a contract.
It's cheap. It is cheap.
That's insane. Like,
I don't believe I had them in the playoffs.
I don't think I did either.
Every year, I think they're gonna fall off, and then they just never do. They never do.
They got Crosby, dude. He's still one of the best.
That's true. He's still very good at that hockey.
They also have.
They still have Letang back there too. Letang's just like a fucking consistent like anchor on their defense.
Yes, he's really good. He's been sneaky good this year.
Sweet hair as well.
Yep, the flow.
Sweet head of lettuce up there.
I think that's where like 90% of it comes from is the flow.
The skill. Yeah. Also, New Jersey remains 1 point ahead of Buffalo. Buffalo may not finish last in these. Come on, Sabres. You got this. I know you got this. God, that's so bad from New Jersey, dude.
Yeah, the fact that somebody might actually fall below Buffalo is
insane. They have a worse goal differential than Buffalo. -48 to -47.
How, man?
Oh my God, Columbus is -48 too. Columbus! Oh no! All right, let's move to the Central. Columbus has fallen to 8th behind Detroit.
Oh
no! I had them in the playoffs. I know I did. Well, that's unfortunate as well. All right, yeah. So the Central, Carolina, Florida, Tampa are all solidified up there in the top 3. Again, there's 4 points difference between Carolina and Tampa, and that's the first and third spots. So a whole lot of shuffling that could happen there. And then Nashville is at 54 in fourth. Dallas at 52 in fifth. So I think it's going to be mostly those two. Chicago has 49 points in sixth.
Yeah, Chicago's kind of starting to fall.
Chicago's slowed down a little bit. So I think it's going to come down to Dallas and Nashville. And I remember saying that I thought Nashville would make it in and Dallas would not. So that might be one for me.
Gonna have to wait and see because
we are gonna have to wait and see.
That's gonna be another one that's just gonna be right down to last day, maybe even.
Yep. I have a feeling this week we'll get an influx of
clinchings.
Of clinching, yeah. Of clenches, as we call them.
Clinches.
So let me talk about Tampa.
How they
still annoying me.
Still annoying
because they're still having problems putting the puck in the net, which I
Tampa
don't.
Plus 34 goal differential.
I don't get it though. Why are they having such a hard time?
What were some of the games the last week?
Who'd they play?
I can't remember. Who did they play? Schedule. I only was able to watch a couple of them. Oh, well, yeah. All right, last week. They played Columbus twice. They lost. Oh, actually, no, this is a live game. They're currently losing against Columbus.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. What were the scores of this week, though?
We got 3-1, a 4-1 loss to Carolina, a 3-2 OT win to Carolina, a 5-3 loss to Florida, a 3-2 OT win to Florida. A 7-2 blowout against Nashville. Like they haven't won a game by more than 2 goals in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, 7-2. Nashville was winning that 7-2?
Yes, they weren't winning it, they won it.
Oh, well, yes. But I mean, aside from that Nashville game, at least it's like those were all games against.
They are games against the top
teams of the division.
The top teams, yeah. But
so that makes some amount of sense.
What the frig? Tampa's supposed to be the top team. God damn it!
I mean, hey, every team has their time.
They're smack dab in the middle of their time still. Sons
of... maybe not middle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait until Cooch comes back.
I mean, they're still very good.
And yes. Stamkos has been missing as well. So
there is that too. Like they're missing some.
We keep missing dudes. Yeah, it's upsetting. I guess that's heartening. There, they're third in the division, 4 points back from the top spot, without Cooch and Stammer.
Oh, poor you! Your team is 31, 14, and 2. Oh no.
Yep. The good news is though, McElhaney got his first win finally.
He just got his.
Dude, look,
how many games has he played?
I don't know.
Actually, I know it's not that many because
it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Still,
but
he just got his first.
Because here's the thing: he's not great, obviously, and
really,
a lot of the time Tampa was not playing very good D in front of him. Curtis.
Interesting.
Mackel. That's a crazy spelling of name. Do you ever look at it?
It's something. There's an H in there that I remember being in a weird spot.
Yeah, there's a CH right in there,
right? MchelHiney. McElhaney.
Anyway. How many games have you played?
Oh, let me look. 2021. All right. 2021. Why is there no games played here? Okay, it doesn't say. That's cool. 10? Looks like 10 games played, 4 wins, 5 losses.
4 wins.
I don't know if that's right. That was nice, Nick.
Thank you.
All right, well, maybe I was wrong then. Maybe that wasn't his first win. I really thought it was, though, the other night.
McElhaney.
You know what? It felt like it, and that's enough, Mike.
Somebody asked him a question about it. They were like, it's your first win of the season. Like, it must feel good to get the boys back on track, something like that. Maybe it was from longer ago than I thought. But he's 4-5-1.
8.72 save percentage.
It's pretty bad. 3.23 goals against average this season. It's not good. But he's been looking a little better, and Tampa has been playing a little better defense in front of him.
Oh,
so,
there you go. That's something.
And maybe they're playing a little better in front of Vasi. You can't really tell because he
Vasi's just good.
Pretty much saves everything. So
yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm not too disappointed, but I hope they don't carry this lull into the playoffs. I hope they find something here and start getting a little hot again. But like you pointed out, Ben, I don't want them to go in wrecking everyone and then get swept in the first round. So
do you want a first round sweep again, Mike?
I don't. Although it could be possible going against a team like Florida, which is who we'd have to play right now.
You'd take it. You'd take
probably. We did a couple. Yeah,
I think you'd still be favored against Florida, honestly, because Cooch is still slated to come back around playoff time, right?
I mean, come on. Let's not beat around the bush here. Cooch has been skating.
Been
playing like privately. He's gonna come in and he's gonna fucking wreck like normal.
Yeah. We don't need to beat around the bush. He could come back now, I'm sure, but they want to make sure he won't re-injure himself.
Well, also they wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
But like lots of teams do that. It's like the NHL has a salary cap
with a lot of loopholes.
Yeah.
To use. Oh, yeah. Gentlemen. So that was our recap of the NHL league and how it's going. That was redundant.
Yeah.
The NHL.
NHL Hockey League, you should just call it.
The NHL National Hockey League, boys. That was our recap of it.
Oh.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. So what do we got? We got around 12, like 8 to 12 games a team, and then Vancouver.
Yeah.
So we've got probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've got probably 3 more episodes.
With everything, they were like, with all the games that got pushed back, there's going to be regular season stuff played till probably around the 15th or 16th of, oh no, that's April. Still the 15th, 16th of May-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we probably have 2 or 3 more episodes before playoffs.
Yep. So that means I'm going to actually have to do what I've been talking about and go back and look at what we all picked.
Yeah, go back to our.
But I
hope you have time because it's probably going to take a while.
No, it won't take a while because I cut it out. I cut it out and uploaded it as a separate video to YouTube, so I could really just go to our YouTube and watch it, which I will do. And I also will be sending around a link, gentlemen, when the time comes, of a nice bracket because we're all going to fill one of those out.
Oh yeah,
because it's cool to see how wrong we can be. All right. Oh, summer hockey. Something a lot of these teams will be jumping into here soon. Golf. We played some Saturday. 3 of us here were able to get together. We had Nicholas, Benny, and me. We're up in the Berg. And we got a round of golf, and you might be able to see. I'm a little red. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to tell. But I
actually did get burnt.
Really? And you're the palest among us.
Palest of all of us. So, I don't know.
I got a little burn. I think Nick got a little one.
I got a little burn. Yeah.
Where'd you guys play?
We did the Barracks.
Barracks Golf Course in Plattsburgh, New York.
Cool.
Yep. Shout out. It's fun course.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick.
Nick's not a huge fan.
Nick's not a fan. He hasn't shot very well at it.
I like the front 9 there a lot better than the back.
The front 9 is more fun. It is. The back
really feels really long. I feel like there's a lot of par 5s on that back.
I don't think there is a lot, but I think there's a lot of long holes.
And it doesn't help that it ends with a really long par 5 too.
It starts with a long par 5. It ends with a long par 5.
Yeah.
That one par 5 is pretty long. It's fun though. So how'd you guys enjoy it? It was Ben's first round.
Yeah.
So we get out on the tee box. I'll give you a little. Let's give a little story time here.
Yeah.
Get out on the tee box, and Mike and I hit our. Well, no, Ben went first because this was Ben's first time this season.
Yeah, we decided to give him the honors.
He bought himself some cheatsy tees, thinking that those might help him a little bit.
Nick, they're literally just
tees.
So they're tees that are about the size. They look like you could use them for a baseball. That's what they're the size
They actually
of.
did kind of. I just like because I'm tired of buying replacements and I thought they'd last longer. But anyway,
They're
Nick,
plastic. Yeah, they would. They
So
would.
he gets up on the tee, tees up his first ball, and the first one goes what?
He power tops it.
40 feet
duffed,
maybe.
Like how many?
Hit
Like
four-
2 or 3.
Hit 4 to the or 3 or 4 to the
It was
exact
3.
same spot.
Yeah, it wasn't
about like 10 yards forward, maybe.
It wasn't good. It's consistency though. They were like right at the same spot.
Yep.
It's pretty
This is
funny.
in. See, it was unfortunate because so it was clogged up when we got there, which I don't know what the point of getting a tee time is when you get there at your tee time and there's other people waiting to go.
Yeah, they were
You're
just
just like-
sending other people through at that time anyway. So I was just like,
What's a tee time?
Why? Okay.
So we ended up having a little audience, and I think Benny was a little nervous there.
No, I was just bad. I was
Dude,
just bad the whole day.
I spoon fed you an excuse, bruh.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I was happy with the improvement from the front 9 to the back. I shaved like I think 9 strokes off from the front to the back, which was good. Like as the day went on, it got better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was about what I expected. I golfed like 4 times last year, the whole year, and then this was the first time out this year. So
last year he only ever golfed with me and Nick when we would go up.
And
there's the reference for you.
It was basically 3 or 4 times because that was during pandemic, and like you guys only ever came up a few times.
It wasn't very much. Yeah, so it was Benny's, and it was the first round. It was the first round since not only the first round, but the first time since last September, the first time he swung.
Yeah, I did. I was gonna. I like kept thinking, yeah, I'm gonna hit the driving range at some point, and then I never did.
And you just
didn't. I just first swing was at the tee box at 1. That was
Yep.
It was a choice, that's for sure. But I was okay with the day. Like it was about what I expected.
It was a nice
I was
day
as it went on. It was a fun day.
It was a nice day. We'll leave it at that. Mike shot a good round.
Friggin'
I
right.
shot a shite round.
Listen,
I was not happy about.
Do you guys want to know my secret?
What's that?
My secret is I am biatch, and I lay up like a bastard.
Yeah.
My secret is I don't want to make a par. I want to make a bogey. So I want to get on the green in 1 over regulation. So if it's par 4, I'm trying to get on the green in 3. If it's par 5, I'm trying to get on the green in 4, and then I'm 2-putting for a bogey. That's my secret.
What I do is I try to figure out what like 3 clubs I'm hitting well with that day.
And I
the whole day.
Find a way to use just those clubs. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was fun. And then seeing Connor later.
Yep.
Wrecking in some Pong. Was fun.
Me and Nick, we played a little.
Whatever, dude.
Played a little Pong. Me and Nick weren't doing so well. I was freaking tired, dude.
Get hurt after one joke. Okay, Nick.
Whatever, dude.
Nick
You can kiss my ass. It was uncharacteristic.
I really want to try that.
Let's just be honest.
I was playing hot. Yeah, it was weird.
You were hitting everything, and they Crisco'd up their cups so the ball would slide right out.
The cups.
I watched them rub Crisco on it.
You're just banking shit. That I do want to try that like crown formation a couple times.
That's
the next time we
interesting,
play, though, because that was fun. I liked that.
All right, gentlemen, it's time to wrap it up with our favorite segment, Snack Time, and we actually got a suggestion. I posted it in our Facebook group, the Fifth Liners. The link will be down in the description. I believe it's private, so you'd have to ask to get joined into it, but we will invite you in if you would like to be. So I posted in there, I said, what should we do? What should we chat about this week for food? And it was Don. It was your boy Don, Nick.
Yep.
Commented stadium snacks. So thanks Don for the suggestion, because it's an epic suggestion that somehow we never thought about.
Yeah, that is a pretty obvious one.
We're at a game. What are we eating? Eric, we'll start with you. What are we eating if we're at a live game? And you can take separate scenarios if you want. Like I have a Plattsburgh scenario and I have a Bell Center scenario.
Okay.
So pick your poison.
So, all right, I mean, if we're going off of that, all right, so just real quick, if I went to a baseball game when I was a kid, I loved having Cracker Jacks. Those are that was like one of my favorite things. But if we're talking hockey, if I'm at the Bell Center, dude, I don't know what they do, Benny, with like the hot dogs there. I'm not really a big hot dog person, but they're delicious. Yeah,
they're pretty
like a hot dog,
man.
and a beer. Yeah, hot dog and a beer is just so good. And if I'm at a Plattsburgh game, it's probably going to be a pretzel or nachos. Those are the go-tos. I don't know which one.
Something.
So.
Ben, but you reminded Ben of something.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. But dude, what's on the hot dogs at the Bell Center? Mustard and relish? Is that what they put on?
The classic that if you just order a hot dog, they'll just you'll get mustard relish, and then the thing they do is they have like a press grill that they grill all the hot dogs in, but they also take all of their hot dog buns and like press grill them down so they're all good with like butter. And then just the hot dog, LaFleur hot dogs, which are very, very good if you can get a hold of them. And then mustard relish, and that was going to be one of my items as well.
That's
I'm at the Bell Center. It would be that, or their smoked meat sandwiches there are also fantastic. Also very good.
Smoked meat.
Outside of the Bell Center, if we're talking Plattsburgh game at Old SUNY Plattsburgh, they're nachos, but with Michigan sauce on them, because you can get that there.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
And my goodness.
Okay, what's Michigan sauce for my peeps?
So
it's like a sort of spicy-ish. Like it's not hot, super spicy, but it's got a little bit of spice to it.
I like when they're spicy.
It's a very it's like a very finely ground up meat sauce. Like it's not like thick
it's like blended. It's like blended kind of.
And it's just like a tomatoey meat sauce that you put get some spice to it, and you put it on hot dogs, usually with mustard and chopped up onions. Cool. The classic Michigan hot dog is the sauce, mustard and onions. And then usually, I mean, most places offer both, but like the classic option is using a Glacier hot dog, like a Glacier Red Hot.
The red. See, but here's the thing: they're not hot.
Yeah, people call them that. They're not hot. I don't. People do call them.
Glaziers aren't hot, but there are some like Redskin hot dogs that are hot.
Yeah, they got them at Stewie's.
People kind of just like associate a red hot dog with a spicy hot dog, and that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
But
it pisses me off.
So there's your Michigan. I mean, if there's any stadiums that have Michigans, I'd probably get them too. But
they're good. Nick, what about you, dude? So you haven't been to as much hockey as us, I don't think.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm gonna kind of like diverge here.
You're at a baseball game.
We're talking stadium food. I'm rolling into Yankee Stadium. I'm getting a hot dog and I'm getting a beer because you gotta get that. If I'm going to a hockey game, I'm probably gonna shy away from like something that's messy. I'd probably go with like nachos.
What?
Most likely. I don't know.
How is nachos not messy?
Shy away from.
I mean, just chipping.
Yeah, because I thought a game
like a dip.
Dip it,
like dipping it.
Chips
okay,
and dip.
I see.
Yeah, I thought
that makes more sense because like when it's on there, it's like every time you grab something, there's a chance of something going down.
Yeah.
I will say, nachos at the Bell Center are not the play.
No,
because it's just like really, it's like the most average, just like circle like tortilla chips, and then like. You're lucky if the cheese is warm cheese, and then like some really shitty salsa next to it. Like nachos are not the play at the Bell Center.
So I don't think I ever got anything from like Plattsburgh games, and I'm never gonna get popcorn anywhere because I don't want that shit on my hands.
Butter, buttery goodness.
Yep.
Dude, you gotta suck your fingers after you eat it.
But I'll go classic OG and get my. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll go OG and I'll always get a hot dog and beer. That's usually my go-to. Like anytime, just because, especially at a baseball stadium. I know, Mike, you probably haven't ever been to a baseball stadium.
No,
Ben probably has.
I'd be down. Ben, you went to the Expos game. Was that at the old?
That was a long fucking time ago.
Was that at the old one, like the
Expos
Olympic, the falling apart Olympic Center?
Yes, it was at the Big O, as they called it, and that was when I was real young. I would have been.
We were young.
They left in 2004, so I would have been probably 6 in like 2003ish when I was going to those games. I went to probably 3 or 4 back when they were still there, and I remember.
I remember going to 2 when I was younger. Yeah. I've been to Yankee Stadium once. I've been to Toronto once.
Ooh.
I've seen a truckload of minor league games. Ottawa used to have the Lynx. We went there, I don't know, 5, 6 times.
Really? Dang.
Yeah.
It's a long trip. What is it like? Or maybe it's not as long as I thought.
Not terrible. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think,
God. Yeah. Jeez. Well, when I went there, I think I was like 12. So it felt like forever. I was like, oh my God.
I went to that outdoor game and I don't remember quite
Get me out of the car.
Not terrible.
All right, Mickey, you're up.
Oh, it's my turn.
What are you picking?
Well, so back when we used to go to, and by the way, I miss going to Plattsburgh games with you guys. My God, that was fun.
They were fun.
Yep, that was great.
The hockey wasn't especially great, but it was,
The women's hockey was always fantastic.
Ladies hockey was good. Well, they just wrecked everyone.
Yeah, I remember the Plattsburgh team was really good our first year.
The men's,
that was the last. I mean, they were really good. They were good.
Oh, good. They had a pretty good goalie that season too.
Yeah.
Talking about the men?
And there was a really fun game against Oswego that went to overtime. That was insane.
See, now here's the thing about that is I was
an Oswego fan.
I grew up. My dad went to Oswego when he was younger because he was military first and then went to Oswego after the fact, I think. And so he grew up and he's from around there. Like he was originally grew up around that area.
Yeah.
So he was always a Lakers fan, an Oswego Lakers fan, and raised me as an Oswego Lakers fan. And we hated the Cardinals because of that rivalry.
That's like the big rivalry.
Yeah. So I always felt so out of place at the Plattswego games, and I was in private cheering for Oswego. I have a jersey. I have a Lakers jersey that I would have totally worn if I didn't want to get my ass beat. But
you absolutely would have.
I remember you guys would have had to have my back.
I remember the Oswego games were always pretty wild, and then for some reason Geneseo games were always wild too.
Yeah, dude.
They did get pretty nuts.
Good time.
But if I was at that Plattswego game and I got a hankering for some food, I'd probably go. My go-to was the pretzel with cheese, and probably a Pepsi. It's usually what I would get there. Yeah, Pepsi, not Mountain Dew, interestingly. But if I'm at a nice stadium, say me and Benny are walking into the Bell Center, going for a nice Habs versus Bolts game. If I'm hungry, I'll probably get a hot dog and a Molson. And all I'll get to drink there is, if I get anything to drink, it'll be either a Molson or a soda of some kind.
Yeah. The hot dog's there. I don't know what it is. They do it right.
And Don, since you asked the question,
it's just Canada.
Don, if you're listening, since you asked the question, throw yours down in the comments below. What's your stadium food/beverage choices?
The last one I will say is popcorn. I will go for. Honestly, it was almost always during playoff games. Is like if it goes into OT, I grab a bag of popcorn just so I can be like.
Just something to stress.
So I can literally be the meme, just like the whole
stress munch
overtime.
Yeah,
and then if they win, you can freak out and throw it in the air.
Oh yeah.
Listen, dude, that stress like eating and drinking is a thing. Because do you remember the Bolts game that we went to, Ben? Habs and Bolts. Do you remember? It was super close. It was the one that went to the shootout. And in the third, we each went after the second period. We each went and got a beer. Halfway through the third, mine was polished.
Yeah.
It was gone. Not even halfway through.
Oh yeah, stress drinking at Habs games. I miss it so much.
And Ben still had some left, and I was like, "What the frick is wrong with me?" I must have been real nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, that game pissed me off, dude.
That was a really good game. That was a really good game.
It was. I'm gonna throw in a clip right here. Special behind the scenes from a vlog I did of this game.
Oh God, Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons Palat
Right.
is on my kill list.
Oh my god.
Here it is. But yeah, so that's why I hate Palat.
You were talking about the save where Carey got it, but like if he had gotten like any amount of elevation, it would have been a goal.
It was it was like it was like the Holtby save in that first game back. It was when Carey did that.
Carey just got like a leg and like friggin' somehow managed to get a piece of it.
He had a leg covering a leg's worth of the net, and Palat couldn't hit any of the rest of the net.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway, so anyway, that was annoying.
Is Danielle there?
No.
Oh.
No, she's not.
I just heard somebody laugh in the background.
I think that's Eric.
That's probably me. Yeah, that's probably me.
But that's gonna wrap it up for us. Let us know what you guys eat at stadiums, whatever the sport is. We don't care. Hockey, baseball, basketball, whatever. Let us know what you like to eat, because it's interesting.
It's tasty.
It's tasty, and what, Nick?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, shit, are we gonna get sued for that? Like the bar
Tasty and
have to
good.
say tasty.
No.
Oh,
Tasty and good is
no.
my thing. That's hashtag mine.
Okay,
You better TM that. You better TM that.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Anybody got anything?
I don't think so. I'm good. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
That's it. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next weekend. Peace out.